They don't sound unnatural together. I think it's because Kendrick does have that higher register and he does use different voices, which I saw someone say like, yeah, deep voice Carti gotta go. And I was like, okay. That like needs to be another conversation because you guys are fine when Kendrick does his voices, when Baby Keem does his voices. That's fine. But when Carti wants to play with different voices, and he's been doing it for a long time too, like give credit where credit's due. In the modern time of rap, like Nicki Minaj was the first one to do it, and y'all hated it because she was a woman and she was doing something different. But then Kendrick came along, you're like, oh no, it's cool, everyone. It's cool.
No, Nicki was annoying. I'm gonna throw that in there.
Nope, you can keep that opinion to yourself. Well, it's your podcast. You can share that opinion, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah. It was annoying, but not because she was a woman. Because I found it annoying.
But because of that, a bunch of other people started doing it, and if they did it better, cool. But like recognizing where that came from. In the modern era, I'm not going back to like early 2000s or 90s or anything in the more modern canon of rap. You got Kendrick do it, and then you got Carti do it because Carti started with one specific sound, and then we got baby voice Carti, and now we have deep voice Carti. And it's not like he's doing these huge things. He is just pitching his voice higher or lower. And for whatever reason, that annoys people. But I think it's very smart.
Baby voice, I hate. Now, just like I don't. It depends on the Nicki you're talking about. I didn't like when she was doing this.
Oh no, I love that.
See, now that when I say that was annoying, and that baby voice, I don't like that.
You don't like baby voice Carti?
No. Lower tone voice effect. Carti is fire. Yeah, but that baby voice is horrible.
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah. Just because I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of you are allergic to fun.
You're right.
Yeah.
This is top tier Kendrick to me. The bar, like this is almost a perfect rap verse, and I'm saying that because he has bars. It's fun, and like there's pop culture references as well. Kendrick like does it all, and that's what's so impressive to me about this verse. And although this verse I'm calling it perfect, his ad libs were so fire.
Yeah.
In the other joint that I'm like, that's why I feel like they're neck and neck. But in good credit, he has an ASAP Relly bar. We recently saw Kendrick. We recently saw Rocky get let off by a court. I think it was the California court because his former friend. ASAP Relly, whatever, one of his old head friends, like, friends from back in the day. I guess he alleged that Rocky popped him or popped at him. And there was like video camera evidence and all this stuff. And Rocky declined like a 6-month plea deal. You spend 6 months in the joint, come back out, plead guilty or whatever. He declined that, went through with it on trial.
Beat the case.
Beat that case, and now his man is looking bad because it's like you tried to get a bag out of, and I'm not taking away. They probably had issues, and at the end of the day, if Rocky popped at him or something, the court found him not guilty.
Yeah.
So his case might have been legitimate, but at the end of the day, the money talks, the bag works, the lawyers work, all that. So
when your baby mama is Rihanna, you are not going to jail.
That bag's working. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So and even if he did end up guilty, and let's just say he took the 6 months. It's 6 months.
It's 6
compared
months.
to
Yes.
if you got at the end of the day, you got a good lawyer that money talks. That lawyer's going to put in the work. But anyway, the ASAP Relly bar, he said something like that thing on point, like ASAP Relly, basically referencing. Pointing the finger at your man. So a little snitch bar, a little, and yeah, he had the sore because I got it off the muscle. That's not a reference. That's just hard. That's just hard. Like that's just a bar. He had a Luka Doncic bar.
So timely. So which makes me think that like these verses got cleared like a month ago.
That's what I was saying about like pushing the album back if you wanted to get like a premium Kendrick feature.
Yes,
like let me push this back.
And he delivered. If that was part of the reason why it got pushed back, I think it was worth it.
I think it's worth it, and within that context. But don't forget that timeline you just said. For anybody,
That's true.
yeah. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it in that context. But all that other line stuff that don't count. But so the Luca bar, and then this is something that I like. He said the merchant bar. Now that's not even a bar; it's really a reference. The Chicago slang. So if you're into the ghetto section of entertainment, that's what I'll call it. I call it something else off camera, but the ghetto section of entertainment, like YouTube and stuff. We all know the Chicago history, starting with Chief Keef and everything. So the Chicago language, the Chicago vernacular, what they use in Chicago, one of the words is merch. And if anybody knows who Rico Reckless is, he's probably a little more popular now because he's now dating Summer Walker. But he's not like a super big artist, but he's been known because he came out of Chirac. Now, he did an interview on DJ Vlad. This is years ago, and he was explaining Chicago lingo to Vlad, Russian Vlad, and he was talking about merch. So you're pretty much swear it's like, yo, them shoes ain't from Raf. Merch it. Man, this merch, them shoes ain't from Raf, or them ain't Rick's. Yeah. So like you're swearing. So that's what he means. Like, so that's what the whole merch means. And I thought that was cool because it also shows that Kendrick is tapped in. He's not like the super social person. He's not on Twitter like Ye and running his mouth and stuff, but he referenced Chicago slang. Merch it. You say I'm doing something wrong, swear I'm doing something wrong. Swear on your dead homie that I'm doing something wrong.
The next few tracks, I See You Baby Boy, Wake Up Filthy, I enjoyed them. I don't have huge opinions on them, but if you have any.
Nope. I'm the same way.
I want to talk about Jumpin', because we got the reuniting of the dynamic duo of Carti and Uzi, and it was great. And this Uzi verse was better than most of the things that he actually did on Eternal Will Take Two. His way that he rapped it was so good. I just want to rap the whole thing because it's the way that he did it, though, kind of seesawed his words. Pink tape, pink tape, pink tape, pink tape, pink tape, pink tape. One lamb, three straights, red bone, pink face, vacate, pink late, double cup, pink drink, fast rate, less rate. He was really in his bag there. Frosted Flake, Tony Tiger, great. That is so fire. He locked in for that, and it rewarded. He got rewarded for that. They work together so well for a reason. They know how to work well with each other. I loved it. It just reminded me of 2016 and them being on every song together, and life was good.
Yeah, life was good.
Yeah.
that touched a nerve, didn't it? Thinking about 2016.
Yeah.